Chucker, eh?
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Sharp Hand Path. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, and today we have an unboxing to do. Unboxing. I wish it was a box, but Amazon, again, likes to ship me things in bubble mailers. Even though these kind of boxes are a little too expensive and fragile, sort of fragile, to be shipping in a bubble mailer when you know for a fact these things get whipped across the factory, land on the ground, USPS dudes or Canada Post dudes drop them on the ground, throw them back in the bus. Needless to say, they get quite abused, and I feel like Amazon loves to have returns because they do not pack these things like they give a crap about them. Luckily, I think mine is in decent condition, so let's get on with pulling this out of here and checking it out. And if you haven't read the title, we're unboxing Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 3, for those who don't speak French. So for myself, because I don't speak French either. But here we go. This is Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 3. Nice big 3 on the side there. This artwork is actually probably my second favorite artwork of all the boxes. I like the orange, really cool. Hoping to have my orange belt at the end of this month. And as you can see, I'm not in my usual Kier Clan gi. I just got home from karate class. Goju Ryu Karate, if you aren't aware, it's Okinawan Goju Ryu. And that is the real Miyagi-Do for all of you who watch Cobra Kai or have seen any of the Karate Kid movies. But I digress. So, art, love it. Movies in here are as such. Pardon for the glare. We're going to go through these anyways quickly. There's quite a lot on here that I am looking forward to seeing, mainly because I'm a fan of Pai Mei. Most of our knowledge of Pai Mei probably comes from seeing Kill Bill 2, unless you actually are into Shaw Brothers films. So maybe you who are watching this are more familiar with Pai Mei through Shaw Brothers, but if not, if you're just someone who likes martial arts films and action flicks and stuff like that, you might just know Pai Mei from Kill Bill 2, and that's where I kind of got my first introduction to that character. White eyebrows, killer priest, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. So yeah, a couple of these films have him in it. Pretty sure Shaolin Abbott, maybe Shaolin Rescuers, definitely Clan of the White Lotus has him in it. Maybe Shaolin Avengers, maybe Killer Clans. There's quite a few on here. But let's go through the discs one by one, check it out, check out the art, and I'll tell you how much I anticipate each film. This one is Killer Clans, the first case, first movie. There we go. Let's check out the inside. Kind of dig the artwork, the green, the poses, the floating heads are to be expected. However, should I pull out the artwork? Yeah, I might as well. Let's try not to throw this on the ground. Alright, so here's the poster and artwork for Killer Clans. That looks like an interesting scenario. So, should be fun trying to figure out what happens to that guy and why he gets in that situation. Yep, that's the artwork for this. There's only one movie in this case. Killer Clans is from 1976 and has Ku Fang and Lo Lei in it. So that's cool. I'm always down for some Lo Lei. Great actor. Next in the box is Shaolin Avengers and the Web of Death. So probably the weird kind of horror movie-esque film on this one. I find these sets always have an interesting one shot or off film that doesn't quite mix in with the rest of them, just so they can get more of the ShotScope library in their box sets, which I don't mind. I usually don't end up watching the odd ones too much, but it's alright. Just another Shaw Brothers film to cross off the list and add to the collection, even if it's not the best one. So this one has Alexander Fushang in the Shaolin Avengers, and then of course Johnny Wang Wang Wei, and then there's an actor named Fei Lung in this. Isn't there like a Street Fighter named Fei Lung that's supposed to be based off of Bruce Lee? I'm not sure. But let's check out the discs. There we go. There's the Shaolin Avengers disc and the Web of Death disc. Hopefully the spiders and the Web of Death look a lot better than the spiders in the Boxer's Omen, because woo-wee, that was bad. All right, let's check out the art. All right, there we go. There's the art for the Shaolin Avengers. Very neat. Got a bunch of the weapons going on there. And here we go for the Web of Death. I don't know if there's anyone interesting in the Web of Death. Let's take a look. Lole. Alright, so that's cool. Lily Lee is in it. I remember her being a fairly decent actress. And that looks about it for everyone that I can pick out. Alright, next is the Vengeful Beauty and Death Duel on case number 3. There's the back here. A little bit of close-up on those images. Let's check out the discs. Alright, there's the disc for the Vengeful Beauty and the disc for Death Duel. And the art for the Vengeful Beauty and the art for Death Duel. A lot of floating heads, some potential nudity in the Vengeful Beauty, and a possible love triangle in the Death Duel. So, yeah, the Shaw Brothers loves their love triangles. There was a couple of those in the first Classics set volume. Funny how they like their love triangles, but there's no thruples. I guess that's too modern for them, even though there is a thruple in the latest Bridgerton season. All right, moving on, the last 3 cases here. The 4th case has Life Gamble and Soul of the Sword. Yay, more sword movies. So there's Soul of the Sword and there's Life Gamble. Interesting title. I wonder if there's actually going to be any gambling in the movie Life Gamble, or maybe I just take these titles way too seriously. Probably do. Okay, there's the disc for Life Gamble. Really cool looking pinks and orange sunset there, or you know, dawning of the sun perhaps. And there's the disc for Soul of the Sword. Life Gamble has Alexander Fusheng, Lo Mang, Philip Kwok, Johnny Wang Lung Wei. Nice. So there's a bit of a Venom mob going on in that one. And then Soul of the Sword has T Lung, Ku Feng. Yep, so that's cool for all the T Lung fans. Let's check out the art actually. Basically like the discs, but slightly different, so it's worth showing. There's a full image of the nice sun set or dawning of the sun, either way, from Life Gamble's art. And then there's the full look at Soul of the Sword. One dude looks like he's got purple dreadlocks or something. That would be neat if that was actually a thing. So yeah, Life Gamble having the Venom mob in it seems pretty promising. I'm always down for Shaw Brothers films that have the Venom mob in it. I'll tolerate Alexander Fusheng if he's not super duper goofy. And then of course another T Lung wuxia sword fighting film. Actually, let's talk about that word right quick now. People in the martial arts cinema circle like to call sword fighting films wuxia films, but I'm pretty sure wuxia doesn't have anything to do with the word sword fighting or swords. I'm pretty sure wuxia just kind of means a Chinese or Oriental martial arts adventure. I'll put the actual definition here, but I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with sword fighting. So for all the people out there saying, oh, the sword fighting films are wuxia films, I don't think that word means what you think it means. All right, moving on to the last 2 cases here. The last 2 films in the last 2 cases, well, 4 films. Anyways, this case has The Deadly Breaking Sword and Clan of the White Lotus. So Clan of the White Lotus instantly is something that I want to check out because has my boy there, Pai Mei. He's always a son of a bitch to fight, and everyone always has the hardest time beating him. So that's really cool. The Killer Priest character, always intriguing. And then we have the Deadly Breaking Sword, which I feel like, is that a sword that like has pieces of it, and when you whip it, the pieces extend and like take chunks out of people like a whip? Or is it a different type of sword? Is it like the hook swords where they break apart and become two swords? Well, that's already intriguing. So even if it is just a wuxia movie, which that's not it, but sword fighting movie, then maybe it might be interesting. But looking at the back, I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the breaking sword might be. So intrigue alone for that. Let's check out who's in it. Ti Long, Alexander Fushang, and Ku Fang are in the Deadly Breaking Sword, so interesting. And then Clan of the White Lotus has Gordon Liu, nice. Lo Lei, also nice. And Johnny Wang Lung Wei, so some more familiar faces. The Deadly Breaking Sword is from 1979, and the Clan of the White Lotus from 1980. My apologies for not giving the dates of the last 4 films. I kind of didn't keep up with that. If you want information, you could probably easily just go to Shout Factory and they'll tell you the dates of these things. I'm more into checking out the art and talking about how I feel about the films. I'm not sure if I showed the art for this one though, so let's do that. So there we go. There is the art for the Deadly Breaking Sword. That guy's playing some sort of instrument. That's not a sword. And this guy has a hook sword. Is that the breaking sword? Because hook swords are normally together. I don't know. Anyways, this one is the Clan of the White Lotus, or also known as the Fist of the White Lotus. So that's cool. Gordon Liu and Lo Lei, I believe, was in that. Yeah, Gordon Liu and Lo Lei is in the same film, so that's sweet. Alright, and the last case and last 2 films are the Shaolin Abbot and Shaolin Rescuers, both of which I am looking forward to seeing. Honestly, I know the 4th one might not have the best production or reproduction or whatever, but Volume 3 and Volume 4 are probably going to be the ones that have the most highly anticipated films for me in this set. There's a lot of films in this one that I'm looking forward to. These 2 in particular as well, because one of them definitely has a Pai Mei character. Yeah, I can see him on the back there, and he's on the front of Shaolin Abbot. So yeah, let's look at the back. There's the back. There's Pai Mei there doing his thing. Shaolin Abbot has David Chang, Lo Lei, Lily Lee. So yeah, a couple of well-known actresses and actors in this one. And then Shaolin Rescuers has Liu Fang, Lo Mang, Philip Kwok, and Sun Chen. So a lot of the Venom mobs in this one too. Oh, this is going to be a nice box set. This is going to be one worth ranking for sure. Let's check out the art though. I'm not sure if I showed the discs, so let's show that first actually. Here's Shaolin Abbot, and there is Shaolin Rescuers. Here is the poster art for Shaolin Abbot, and here is the poster art for Shaolin Rescuers. Pretty neat. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of the big, blocky, in-your-face Chinese lettering, or Mandarin, or Cantonese. I'm not sure which one those are. Probably Cantonese. They very rarely ever do Mandarin. Cantonese is like the main, like older traditional language, I think, and then Mandarin is the more modern Chinese, if I'm correct. If not, let me know in the comment section. I like to be humbled and learn stuff. So yeah, those are the posters for these highly anticipated films for me in this box set. I still need to finish watching some of the stuff from Volume 2 though. And I'll be doing probably some sort of ranking or tier list of that one. Still gotta finish doing some more content on those Jackie Chan box sets. Talk about the emergence of a superhero one, because I still need to talk about that. And of course, they announced another Shawscope, a 3rd Shawscope volume. Nice bright green, and it's got a few wuxia films in there, sword fighting ones. Hopefully some Venom Mob in there, and Avenging Eagle or Eagle Claw is supposed to be super duper like cool and awesome and hard to get, so now that's reprinted. all the martial arts cinema circle people are rejoicing. I hope that I enjoy the film just as much as they do, but we'll see. It's not going to be out until November 27th or 25th, so I might get it for Christmas of 2024, but we'll see. I still think I need to get the 4th Shaw Brothers Classics first, but we will see. I might not have the money, and I might just have to wait till, you know, November or so to order the 3rd Shawscope. And I've been told to prioritize the Shawscope if I'm wondering which one to get. So yeah, thank you Invincible Asia for saying that, because I agree. I feel like the Shawscope volumes are a little bit better presentation and a little bit more prestigious, and a lot more thought and care is put into those than Shout put into these. These were definitely put together like fairly haphazardly, but otherwise we wouldn't have Blu-ray versions of all these crazy Shaw Brothers films. So I'm happy that these exist anyways. Otherwise I wouldn't be spending the hundreds of dollars Canadian that I do on them. Yeah, if I didn't like these films, I hated them or whatever, I wouldn't buy them. So to the guy that said, you don't actually like Shaw Brothers, in fact you seem to hate them, is kind of funny. Clearly they just didn't like my ranking of the films for Shawscope Volume 2. But like, newsflash, people can have opinions on things that differ from yours. Sorry that you were so offended by my personal opinion. Go get yourself your own opinion. Maybe you'll be more satisfied with your life then. You hate these. Right, because I'm spending, you know, hundreds of dollars on stuff that I hate. That would be brilliant. That would be a terrible waste or mismanagement of my money. Funny stuff. We're getting big enough here that we're getting haters, so I know we're doing good. But yes, super stoked to have Volume 3 of the Shaw Brothers Classics by Shout Factory. This is going to be a super duper fun watch for me. Definitely going to be getting Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 4 when I can, and Shawscope 3, whether it's got sword fighting films in it or not. That shit is getting bought and put on my shelf and watched, of course, because I'm not just going to buy something and stick it on my shelf and not watch it. That would be asinine. Yeah, that was Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 3. Was not expecting to get it as soon as I did. As you've seen over the last couple of months, I've been catching up on all these Shaw Brothers box sets and martial arts cinema box sets that I could with the Jackie Chan ones. We've just been lucky that we've had some extra income kind of trickle into us that we weren't expecting. I'm feeling very blessed that we were able to do that. And it's overwhelming sometimes as a collector to wonder where you're going to get the extra change to be able to afford these really cool things, and these like exquisite boutique box sets that have been coming out. So I am thankful, Buddha be praised, that I am lucky enough to be able to get these things, enjoy them, watch them, share them with you. I definitely love talking to you guys about all these martial arts films and Shawscope, Jackie Chan, etc. So be sure to sound off in the comments what you think about the films on Volume 3. I don't have to worry about spoilers with you guys. I know you guys are pretty good about spoilers, and by the time I get around to watching these films, I probably forgot anyways, because I got so much going on in my life right now. Again, I got the Orange Belt test coming up at the end of this month too, so there's that. The wife and I are going to see a concert on the 20th before she has to go into the hospital. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, Sheshe, Na Shin, and one on.
We should run. We should hide. We should kick their butts.